Right. How's everybody doing, man? What's going on, Rumble? Um, in today's video, we're going to be talking about new laws taking effect in 2025. A lot of them are actually pretty cool. Some of them are like, what the heck? And one of the big ones, which was a whole problem that they started in the first place, but that's finally being solved, is the law concerning freaking shoplifting. It's not gonna be, $900 and they can steal whatever. That's changing. So let's get into the video. Let's check it out.
But come January, you'll be fined for violating it. ABC 10's Devin Truby explains daylighting.
With a new year brings new laws to follow.
It feels like that pedestrian came out of nowhere.
We've all said it, and this law, commonly referred to as daylighting or crosswalk parking restrictions, is designed to keep pedestrians safe. It took effect in January 2024, but only warnings were given. In January 2025, you can now be fined for parking in prohibited areas. Here are the rules of daylighting. You can no longer park within 20 feet of a crosswalk or 15 feet of a crosswalk with a curb.
So you can't park in these areas right there where it shows it right there though. The curb right there from the park crosswalks here. There. Crosswalks right here. And you can't park 20 feet. All right.
An important note, this applies to the area leading up to the crosswalk. Once you drive through it, you can park along the street next to it.
This new law, starting in January 1st, people who park within that 20 feet can be ticketed, even if the curb isn't red and there's no signage.
If you want to see an example of changes made for the new law,
Boom.
look no further than the
Right there.
Broadway corridor. 20
Right
feet
there.
of
See where those lines are at? And then the crosswalk's way over there. Man, I don't like this backwards stuff. Okay, the crosswalk is over there. Bam. Right there, you see it.
painted curb. Before you get to this crosswalk,
Boom.
the city of Sacramento says this is just one of the areas
So
in the
no
region
parking
that's
in that
already
whole
received
area
the new
right there.
treatment in order to increase
Right there,
safety
that whole
for
area.
pedestrian and cyclists.
And on that
Room
side
for
too.
pedestrians to come out and see cars coming, and more room for drivers to see the pedestrians.
Jennifer Rubin is with Safe Kids Sacramento and believes this
See, so
law
where
will
that Tesla is at, that white Tesla there, you can't park there now because it's 20 feet within a parking, within a crosswalk. So now you cannot park within 20 feet of that crosswalk here. So that white Tesla, that would get a ticket nowadays, starting January 1st.
help keep pedestrians safe.
Kids are just shorter and smaller and harder to see, and also less predictable, right? They're more likely to run out or not be paying as close attention. And so as much as we can do to teach kids to look both ways and pause for traffic, it's also good to give drivers a head start to see them.
The move to start fining violators also comes at a time when Sacramento City
I really don't have a qualm with this one. It seems like it's all right. And it seems like it would help people. Yeah, you're crossing the street. Cars are all the way up to the crosswalk. So yeah, a car might not see you coming out. You might not see a car coming because a car is blocking your view. So it seems like it's going to be safe. And I'm not mad at that.
Council declared a state of emergency regarding pedestrian safety after a report revealed in the last decade there have been over 5,000 collisions involving bikes and people and at least 264 preventable fatalities.
Is a traffic
So there you go.
violence epidemic.
Kendra Ramsey with the California Bicyclist Coalition says she
I
met
don't know
with the
about
city of
everything's an epidemic. Homeless is an epidemic of homelessness, man. Like, come on. Like, it's sad and we don't want anybody getting hurt. So yeah, go ahead and change the law. No problem with it.
Sacramento and was told their public works department was working to make the necessary changes.
This is one of those systemic measures that is applied throughout the entire roadway systems. No one wants to see a traffic collision.
So there's some people it's going to be a hassle for some people. Like in certain places, parking is hard to find, and that's why they're parking all the way up to the crosswalk. And so now in certain places, it's gonna be a little harder to find some parking. But at the, saving of a couple lives here and there, I think it's worth it. Again, I'm not mad at this new law.
The city of Sacramento says the current violation is $60. New fines would need to be approved by city council. California is now one of more than 40 states with daylighting laws. There are
Daylighting.
several new laws relating to employment. First, the minimum wage is going up 50 cents to
Uh,
16.50 an hour. Also,
I
employers
don't
can
like
no
I don't
longer
like
require
that one. Anytime you raise the minimum wage, it just makes everything else expensive. Yeah, you're making more money, but guess what? Now the government is getting more money from your taxes. And now since the minimum wage is higher, businesses know that, hey, there's a new group of people that have more money. We can charge them. So if that's the minimum, well, now, bread goes up by like 10 cents. Things start climbing up steadily, and we're already fighting off this inflation. So raising the minimum wage during a time of inflation, it's only going to make things more expensive. Hopefully, with these tariffs, and you guys keep talking trash about the tariffs, when those tariffs hit, and American made stuff, it's going to be the more cheaper things, and you will be saving money. But again, California is so bad for business, and it's one of the best places to have business. We have so much resources, we have so much things going on, but the Democratic legislature, of California, they make it so hard for business. And I get it. It's because they want to be socialists and everybody gets a dollar. Everybody gets a dollar. No, it's a meritocracy. You have to work for the things you want. You can't just live off of handouts. California is just known for that. So yeah, we have the highest minimum wage and the highest unemployment rate and the highest freaking cost of living. You wonder why we have the highest cost of living. Well, look, we have the highest minimum wage. Other places where they're getting paid 7.50, $10 an hour. That's their minimum wage. It's $10. Their cost of living is low. So you can keep raising the minimum wage and just expect everything to get more expensive. It's stupid. Like you can't see it. It's happened again and again and again.
you to use up to 2 weeks of vacation before you can start to use paid family leave
I
benefits.
guess, I
And
guess.
paid sick leave is expanding. People can use their sick time for time off if they or a family member are
Yeah.
the victims of a violent crime. When
Yeah.
it
Why
comes to
why
housing and
hey, that's cool.
homelessness,
Something happens to you, you're a victim of a violent crime, you get to use your 6 days. I didn't know you couldn't do that before, so that's okay. Um, I find it okay too that you don't have to use your holiday time, your holiday pay. Like some places don't make you use your holiday time pay, your leave, before you start using your sick leave. So I don't think that's fair. It's like, why do I got to use these days that I can take off because I'm sick? Let me take off my sick days so that I have some holiday time, some leave time left. That's fair. I guess it's all right.
Governor Gavin Newsom signed several new laws requiring cities and counties to
Nick
better
Newsom, he's such a scummy dude. His name, New Scum. Scamming Gavin Newscum. Bro, what he's done to California, what he's done to the state. Like, you can just look at San Francisco. He was the mayor of San Francisco. He turned that place into a crap hole. A crap hole. Now he's the governor of California. What's been going on with California? It's been going downhill. Housing, no housing, cost of living just keeps going higher and higher, and the quality of living keeps going down. Even in nice areas, you have homeless people living around there. You have rampant drug use. They're soft on crime. So even again, in all areas of most cities, you're seeing crime up, vagrancy up, homelessness up, graffiti, trash, more crime. Just everything is up in all areas of the city because of scamming Gavin Newsom. Newscum, and now he got, he signed a couple laws, and we're supposed to all clap like seals. No, like just because you're going to do a couple things that are beneficial, we have to know and understand that he's the one that created all of these problems. So to give him a cookie for solving problems that he created, no, we need to get him out. We need a Republican governor, bruh. Like we haven't had one since Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Come on. And so we've had Democrat governors for California, for over the past 30 years, probably even going 50 years, it's been Democratic governors of California, and California has steadily been going downhill. What does that tell you? We need some Republican governors, get tough on crime, get the state back in order, get our finances back in order, protect that border, stop giving handouts to everybody, draining all of our resources, taking away from the police, taking away from schools, taking away from the roads and the infrastructure. Like, we need that money to fix the state, to keep the state running well. That's all services, police services, fire services, health services. Again, not technology, but we need to keep the infrastructure that maintains the technology, computer lines, all that crap. We need money for, not giving it to hell of illegal aliens, bro. Like that's why we're not doing well here. We keep our resources are going to the wrong thing. We're not helping out the people we need to be helping out, which is the Californians, the Americans, and scamming Gavin Newsom, bro. We need to get him out. So let's see what stupid rules, what laws he passed that he wants his little clappy claps for. But forget him. You've done too much damage, bro. Too little, too late.
Plan for housing for very low-income people, and as ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen reports, expanded some renters' protections.
32 bills will be pressed all across the spectrum around streamlining, transparency, accountability.
Pray for that dude, because yes, he's awful, he's horrible, but the best thing to do is prayer. Pray for that man. We want to see Christ's name glorified, and we know miracles and anything can be done through Christ. So pray for that man, and we'll see what the power of Christ can do. He is very horrible, though, and if he's working for the other guy, then he's gonna go where he's gonna go. But again, pray for that man, because if he gets right, he does have a lot of political power. So if he got right in his head and his heart, if he found Christ for reals, it would be a net positive for California. So prayer.
Of the dozens of bills signed by Governor Gavin Newsom,
His
a
face,
portion of
dumbass,
them
let's punch his
addressed
face.
housing protections
One
for
time,
people
one
living in
time,
rentals.
We believe that they did provide a balance, and in some cases are positive, certainly for both landlords and tenants.
The California Apartment Association provides education and legislative affairs for rental property owners and tenants. Some of the bills impacting the CAA: Assembly Bill 2801 regarding security deposits. While the CAA says it's already existing in the law, this bill allows for more clarifications.
What it will require rental property owners to do is do some proof. So when the tenant moves in, they're going to take pictures of the unit to show the condition that existed.
Assembly Bill 2747 will allow tenants with good rental history to be reflected in their credit scores.
Down the line, the next landlord will know that this tenant was a good tenant when it came to paying rent on time. So
all right, cool. So now they're making it possible that you will be rewarded for being a good renter. Awesome. Good law.
Positive for both landlords and tenants.
Senate Bill 611 prevents landlords from charging renters a fee if rent is paid by check.
That, quite frankly, is something that we agreed with.
That seems like so small, but whatever, like sometimes there's, again, that's where we need smaller government. It's like law after law. It's like law. Like, what do we need all of these damn laws for? Like, you need a law just so that's like, all right, you can't charge me extra if I'm paying with a check. No, we need a law for that.
It's not necessary. necessarily a negative thing for rental property owners. We already have the right to charge a fee if the check bounces.
Yeah.
Lastly, Senator Tom Umberg's Senate Bill 900 addresses
That's why
people
people don't
living
use
within a
checks anymore. We're tired of freaking getting freaking bounce checks and having to pay that damn fee. You know, at least nowadays you can choose. Most banks give you the choice. If it's like, hey, if I don't have enough money in there, decline my ass. Just tell me no. I ain't buying that. You know, but then there is the other side, the other people that are like, I'm not going to deal with that embarrassment. And banks will give you like a day, sometimes even 2 days. Like, say you can go $20 to $50 over. Well, if you put in some money before that day or 2 days, they'll let you slide and they'll just take they'll just take that money that you are over your account. Like, say you're over $7, $23, they'll let you slide if you can put that money back before the 1 day or 2 days. So, you know, in those consumer protection areas, I'm cool with that. But also, we got to understand, like, a lot of the things, the trouble that we get into ourselves into financially, it's our fault. We're not budgeting correctly. We're overspending. We're living over our means, and that's what gets us in trouble a lot of times. So, yes, I'm cool with being protected, of course, but I don't think we should be like rewarding bad decision making. So we got to watch out with some of these laws. But paying with a check, okay.
homeowners association, providing them protections regarding issues with utilities like gas and electricity.
What SB 900 says is if the homeowners association board doesn't act, then the management company can start to act so that people aren't left in limbo.
Lawmakers and the governor say the point of these bills is to provide affordable housing options for Californians.
The housing crisis continues to be a top priority.
Which they started, again, they started the housing crisis when they put all of these environmental protections. Oh, this little newt, this little freaking grass, you can't build here. And they use that to their advantage to tell people no. City after city all along the state was like, nope, can't build here. There's a little newt. Can't build here. There's a little frog. Can't build here. There's a little grasshopper. We got to do all these reports. And they made it very expensive to do those reports. So even just getting a report was going to cost you a lot, which made housing, the cost of housing rise, which is why they passed it on to you in renting. Now you got to pay more because when they got to pay more, you got to pay more. It's always going to come back to you. The business isn't going to take on those new costs. Why would they do it? They're in business for a profit. You would do the same thing if you had a business. You would be like, well, damn, okay, where can I cut corners? Where can I save some money? You would be doing the same thing. You would try to cut costs. And if all of a sudden the state or some kind of new ass charge came and you're like, I don't want to be paying that. Well, it's like, well, we can charge, our customers extra 2 cents per thingy. And, after all of our sales, we'll make that money back. And so, the product becomes a little more expensive because state government, they're trying to get their hands, they're trying to get more money. And it's always just, it comes back to you, the consumer. So at the end of the day, it hurts the people that are the lowest of the low, all these things that are, to help poor people. When at the end of the day, a lot of the times it hurts the poorest of the poor, people that are on fixed incomes, because if they're disabled or something, they can't work extra hours. They can't pick up a little side gig or something. They don't have a hand. They're disabled. They can't walk. Something's going on mentally. They can't work. They have that limited amount of money. Well, when things start costing more, they're the ones that are affected first and the longest, because it takes a while before, their Social Security or their stipend that they get, when people are like in the law or something, like, hey, we need to up their money. They've been living like super poverty for a couple of years before they get their little uppage in their rate. So again, all of these policies they created, and now it's like, whoa, we made a law so we could give you more affordable housing. Well, you made housing freaking affordable. It's your damn fault. Freaking Democrats, like, bruh, that's what they. So if you're a Democrat and you're watching this, bro, that's what they do. They create the problem and then they come along later and fix it and say, give us a hand. Look how good we are for fixing this problem that we created, the part that they continually leave out. So they create these problems and then years down the line, they got a solution for you. And we're just supposed to say, oh, look at these saviors. Stop causing the freaking problem, bro.
California
Like, come on, man.
legislature. Governor
That's why
Newsom
people are like,
signed
freaking politics, politics. Hey, look at me. Get into politics. Learn about politics and get into politics. If you're so sick of all these politicians, then you become a politician. Make politics how you see it should be, how it's supposed to be. Get into politics. Stop blaming other people. Put the responsibility on your shoulders and do a little something for your community, for your country. All right, get into politics and fix it. Stop just yapping about it, complaining about it. Get into politics. That's my plan. 5 years. I have 5 years, and then I'm gonna get into politics. Vote for AP Apocalypse Phoenix, for Senate, for the House, for committee, whatever it is. Vote Apocalypse Phoenix. 2028, 2026, whatever. I'm going. Now, like I said, 5 years. 2030, AP, Apocalypse Phoenix, 2030. Let's go.
dozens of bills set to take
Let's
effect in the new
go.
year. ABC 10's
I'm
Devin
not capping,
Tooby
man.
looks
I'm
at two
really
of
going to get into politics in 2030 in 5 years, bro.
them that'll make an impact locally.
Building anything in California is difficult.
The housing crisis continues to be an issue across the state. One solution is
That they
accessible
created.
dwelling units or ADUs, but building them is no small task according to local contractors.
Building a single
Additional
ADU
dwelling units, which I like this one here. It's good. So San Diego, very pricey area, even in like older neighborhoods like Logan Heights, Barrio Logan, Logan Heights, the first freaking neighborhood in San Diego. It's just San Diego. Housing there is crazy expensive. Well, my cousin, they have some room in their backyard because it's an older neighborhood, so they actually have some yard. They have a little bit of room. And in that space that they have in their backyard, they are building a 6-unit complex, 6 apartments. So they're building 6 units in their backyard. It's going to offer housing for the people of San Diego. Great, in a great area, great location. And they're revitalizing, Barrio Logan. It's down the street from Chicano Park. So all these great things are happening. And with that law where you're able to now build some housing on your lot, on where you live, if you have the room, hey, go ahead, all for it. Build some housing, get these people, in California some housing. So I'm not mad at this because I have somebody in my family that's benefiting. And then I just bought a house. I got me a little nice little yard back there. Can I throw a tiny house or two back there and then get some rent? Trust and believe. I'm gonna try and see. I'm gonna try and see. And then say I can. Well, that extra money I'm making is gonna go towards buying my next property. So let's go, California. This is a good law. I don't mind it. We need more housing, bro. So, and we're so behind in housing that it's not like these new laws are gonna, change the price of housing, where the price of housing is gonna drop so dramatically that it's like, man, it's not even worth it to be in real estate anymore. No, we are so far behind that we'll never catch up. It'll help the situation, but you'll always be able to make money in real estate in California, no matter what state, even if there's not a lot of people. Just real estate is real estate. It always, it's 98% guaranteed that your property is going to raise in value. So, property, it's good to have more housing. More houses means more things you can buy and sell. So it's good for us. More competition, better prices, better products when you have better competition too. You can't have a crappy house if the guy down the street is building a little better than you and selling it for about the same price, well, people are going to want his houses. You're going to have to up your game. And he's going to see you're up in your game. He's going to up his game. So better prices, better product. The consumer is the winner in that. And the business is in the winner because business is just doing great because of the competition. So everybody wins
Also,
and everybody eats.
California's done better with making it more streamlined, but it's still very difficult.
SB 1211 was signed into law and takes effect in January to streamline the process. Currently, you can have no more than 2 ADUs on a property. The new law increased the limit to 8.
It's up to
And that's what I'm talking about. They're putting 6 on their property. And his brother, he has 2 units on his property because he did this before this law passed. So you can only have 2. So he has the 2. They just put in their second one. And my daughter, who is going to send college down there in San Diego, it just happened to be great timing where she is able to rent that studio that they made in the back of their house. And so she has, rent that's not super expensive. And she's able to live in San Diego at a fair price and go to school without breaking the bank because of cool laws like this where they have extra housing.
Balance how that's all going to work with the communities. But for us in construction, obviously, we want to build. That's what we do for a living. So anything that helps us build is going to be good for our industry.
It also streamlines the process by having less restrictions from local agencies on things like design.
Tiny house in the back.
Family members can afford to move closer to home, and it's more work for contractors.
These new laws meant to help the housing market and the economy.
We have a massive housing shortage in California.
It's why Democrat Senator Scott Wiener is one of many legislators to author housing bills.
Didn't that guy just get in trouble for something? Didn't he get in trouble, Wiener? Like, you don't forget that name. Scott Wiener. Come on. I think he just got in trouble for something. So might want to nix his name out of this news article here. Stop using it. Some guy passed this law. A new law was just passed.
Penalties for cities not complying with housing laws.
Some cities, not most cities, but some cities have refused to follow state housing laws. The existing law really doesn't hold them accountable.
I mean, a lot of it are affluent areas. I wouldn't be mad. Like, do you want people that are more likely to commit crime, make the area dirty, play music loud, be annoying? Just like, I don't want that in my area. And that's typically what comes with lower housing. Lower housing, the people, they just need help. They're so underpaid and overworked and but then they act like jerks, man. You start letting, lower cost living into your nice area, and there's more. Again, there's graffiti, there's litter, houses and homes and places start getting broken into, cars start getting broken into, and you're like, if this is what comes with affordable housing, forget it. I don't want affordable housing. If that means graffiti, trash, break-ins, more crime, no, get that the hell out of here. That's why some of these places didn't want housing to come into their city, because it was like, you have to have affordable housing. Well, a lot of times poor people are poor because of their damn choices. They continually want to make choices about drinking, doing drugs, not taking some extra classes or training to get a better job or something. They're totally 100% fine with where they're at and messing up their area, and that's a lot of poor people. Okay, that's a lot of poor people. They don't care that they're poor, and they're not going to change they're not really trying to change their situation other than give me a handout. They'll take a handout for a big house or something, but they won't do the things that'll get them to afford a house. So that's why, that's why some of those places put in those laws where they didn't want more housing. So double-edged sword. Don't want a lot of housing, causes prices to skyrocket. But then again, a lot of the time though, they didn't want the housing because it would bring down the value of their home, and then they got to deal with a bunch of crap that they weren't dealing with before because they didn't have affordable housing next to where they lived.
Because they can force a lawsuit from the state, and if they lose, there are no consequences to losing other than having to follow the law.
The senator says sadly there needs to be consequences. SB 1037 adds enforcement actions if the attorney general has to sue a
Said,
city
I'm
for
down
not
with more housing. It doesn't all have to be affordable housing, Again, these people paid top dollar for their homes so that they can have it appreciate, as much as possible, not throwing some housing, some low cost housing, and then it's like keeping their value from being what it could have been, skyrocketing. Now the value is kind of bringing down because you got crime. You got more crime in the area. So I'm down for more housing. It doesn't have to be affordable housing. Like, get your money up, man. Make better choices. Live on a budget. Live within your means. And then you could afford more things. Save money. Work on your credit. Then you could afford better housing and stuff like that, where you don't need affordable housing. No, you got enough money because you are making better choices with your money. It's not always the government's fault. A lot of times it's your own damn fault. A lot of times it's our own damn fault of why we're living in poverty and stuff like that. And then to cry that, oh, we need the government to help us out. No, get yourself right, man. Work on yourself first before you start turning around blaming the government. Look at where your vices are holding you back. What are you doing that's holding yourself back? Like, I know, there's things in my life where I'm a little lazy and I'm not doing where I know I could be doing, and I even know that if I operated on that level, my life would be a whole lot better. And I still am like, my life's pretty good. I'm not gonna do that extra work. So stop looking to blame other people so much and start looking at yourself. And that's why you have to blame other people, because if you started looking at yourself, you would be like, it's my fault. And then you would have to change. And you don't want to do those things.
The city loses come 2025, the city can be fined. Fines range from $10,000 to $50,000 a month, plus court costs.
So
That
so
money
they're gonna
then gets
find
allocated for
so they're gonna
affordable
find
housing
these
in that
cities if they're not building housing. Again, for the most part, it's a good thing.
area. Attorney General Rob Bonta released a statement back in September thanking the governor and the senator for the new law, with SB 1037 violating our state housing laws and delaying or denying the homes that Californians desperately need can lead to more serious consequences than ever before.
That you guys, the Democrats, created.
Let me
the problem
be
you
clear,
created.
my office will not hesitate to pursue those consequences when appropriate. Reporting, Devin Truby, ABC 10.
Both of these laws go into effect January 1st.
Yay.
Combating retail theft has been a top goal for lawmakers this year.
Another problem they created when they raised the limit for a theft to be a felony from like $200-300 to $900, almost $1,000, and not combining if you're robbing from different stores and different cities and counties. Each offense was its own one-off offense. So even if they knew you were a serial thief, each one of those kind of convictions was just one, and each one, slap on the wrist, slap on the wrist, slap on the wrist. Those other ones didn't count. So I mean, us living in California, we've been living with this madness. I'm sure everyone in California has seen at least one time some freaking idiot just grabbing a bunch of crap and walking out of the store. I've seen it multiple times, but it's all because of the law that they changed, saying that, theft of that amount wasn't a felony. So again, they created this damn problem that they are now solving, and they want us to clap for them. Clap, clap, clap it up. Clap it up. We're solving this problem of theft, of retail theft. You freaking created the damn problem, man. So we're going to hear about the changes, but you're not getting a freaking cookie from me, from none of us. If we look at the presidential election and the election of this year, California is mostly red. The whole Central Valley and most of Northern California and Eastern California, like California was mostly red. It was just the stupid coastal cities and Southern California that was blue. Those very liberal towns that got a lot of money that can afford to be blue. All right. So California is mainly Republican, but there is just more people concentrated on those coastal areas and down south in LA, San Diego, and all that. So that the rest of California, has to live by the stupid rules of like rich, coastal, liberal, big city people. All of California has to live like, like kind of like weirdos, because most people want to live in these little areas of California on the coast, which takes a lot of money to live in. San Francisco takes a lot of money to live there. Along the coast takes a lot of money to live there. LA, San Diego, the whole LA, Southern California region, most of it, it's expensive to live there. So all these people with money are dictating what the rest of California, does. And the rest of California, we want to handle business. We like hunting, so we like weapons. There's a bunch of things we're conservative, we're Republicans, so we don't want abortion, but they wrote it into the California Constitution. All these lefties from the coast and down south voted it into our California Constitution. So like people think most Californians are weirdos, but no, it's those liberals on the coast and down south.
Now they hope 10 new laws
So
will do just
here's
that. The
10 new laws to fight retail theft that they created.
law
Bunch of dummies.
enforcement more
Dummies,
tools
man.
to push back against organized retail crime.
We see it across the state. Retail theft hitting stores large and small.
Everywhere
but on January
you go.
1st, 10 new laws will take effect, aimed at cracking down on smash and grabs and closing loopholes.
Can you like put your hands on the thief now? Like that's one, because that's one of the other laws. Like you can't, try to grab them or restrain them if they're stealing. Like, is that going to be one of the new laws?
We'll address the challenges that are well outside the purview
That dude,
of
man. Punch
previous
him in his
initiatives and
face.
laws like Prop 47.
Among the new legislation, a major crackdown on theft rings, allowing district attorneys to add up the value of thefts from different stores in different counties to reach the $950 threshold for grand theft, which McGeorge School of Law adjunct professor Chris McKaylee says will bring a stiffer penalty.
They're also trying to basically aggregate where somebody has engaged in.
Good. Finally, again, they're going to start being hard on crime. But this is the thing that they're going to start crying about probably in like 10 years. It's a stupid cycle. It's a stupid, vicious cycle of idiocy with the Democrats, with the left. You're hard on crime. What you don't realize is people that commit crime, they're committing crime on their because they want to. They understand the circumstances. Everybody knows what happens when you sell drugs. When you break the law, you go to jail. Well, guess what? There are groups of people in America, including white people, so I'm not just trying to be racist, but there are groups that commit crimes at higher rates than others, and it's their own damn fault. It's not no systematic racism or anything. They are out there choosing to commit crimes. And so these people are going to be in jail more than another group of people. And so in about 10 years, when there's all these people of color in jail because they can't freaking stop committing crimes, that they're going to turn around and be like, look how racist our laws are. Our laws are meant to put people of color into jail. No, idiots. They're the idiots that are committing the crimes. Stop committing freaking crimes and you won't end up in jail. How about that? And you're going to call the system racist when you're the ones committing the damn crimes? Like, stop committing crimes. It's not that hard. So, yes, now they're going to be tough on crime, but I'm telling you, in about 10 years, they're going to be like, oh, crime is racist. Look at all these brown and black people in jail. No, it's their damn fault for committing the freaking crime in the first place. It's not that hard to be a law-abiding citizen. Damn. So, but, it's swinging. We're going to be hard on crime. So now they're going to be charging people for theft, and all these people that have been out here stealing and everything. Y'all gonna get in trouble. You guys are gonna get in trouble even worse than before they changed the law. Now you're gonna do some damn time. And we're all gonna be happy and cheering for you because you should have been doing the damn crime in the first place. When I was just saying a second ago, it's your freaking fault for committing crimes. I'm going to start stealing so I can go get money for the snow. This is California. You have all these services, all this money coming to you, EBT, WIC, welfare, all these programs to help you. The ones that are out here stealing, they just want that money. They just want money to go buy Jordans and drugs and shit like that. They are criminals and they deserve to go to jail for a long time. Because damn it, it's not that hard. And if you're going to be out here committing crimes and be a serial thief, then you need to go to jail for a long damn time. All right?
Retail theft in multiple jurisdictions, that they can aggregate those offenses and prosecute them in one county.
Other laws create sentencing enhancement for selling stolen property valued at $50,000 or more and allows law enforcement to arrest a retail theft
because after
suspect.
they steal it, they go and sell it. So if you're getting caught selling stolen goods, you're going to get in trouble. Now you're going to jail.
Without actually witnessing the crime.
Perpetrators who are looking to skirt our laws and exploit potential loopholes, those days are over. Those loopholes are closed.
The loopholes that you created, but all right, they're now closed. Thank you. We can have some, we can expect some semblance of law and order now with these new laws in place. Bruh, like I'm glad about these laws. They tackle all this stealing crap going on.
Penalties for car break-ins and auto theft, and creates a new crime for possessing stolen property taken during a vehicle theft or unlawful entry.
So now you're going to get in more trouble if they can prove that you stole that stuff from a car. You're getting in trouble. You're stealing from stores. They're gonna get all those stores that you robbed from, even if it's a different county, the next town over and all that. They're going to put all those together into one thing, and they're going to send your butt to jail. They catch you stealing from cars, and they know you stole it from the car, you're going to get extra time. Good for you. There's going to be a lot of people going to jail, man. There's going to be a lot of people going to freaking jail because these laws are new. They're not going to know that these laws have changed. And so all these dummies that are out here robbing from the store and stealing cars, they're going to be out there doing what they do. And they're going to get hit with a dose of reality. The laws have changed. You are now going to jail for a long time, bro. And guess what? It's gonna ripple out, and people are gonna be like, well, I don't want to go to jail for a long time. And guess what? They're gonna stop stealing from your car, and they're gonna stop stealing from the stores on such a rampant level. Will it ever go away? No. But people are gonna understand and know that now you're gonna do some time for being a damn thief, the most lowest of the low. Now you're going to get it. Now you freaking weirdos are going to get it. You're all going to jail where you belong.
We have a car.
These 10 laws address gaps that made it more difficult for law enforcement and prosecutors to bring perpetrators to justice.
In November, voters approved Prop 36, which is also aimed at tackling retail theft.
Prop 36.
Roxanne Elias tells us why Sacramento County leaders believe this will actually make a difference.
Let's go, Prop 36. We getting them. Getting them off the street. Because if you're stealing, I'm stealing because I'm a drug addict and I need to eat. Well, now they're going to send your ass to a damn rehab center if you're stealing because you're a drug addict. Now you're going somewhere. You guys are getting hit with reality. I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about these laws right here. I'm jumping for joy. We're going to see all these people getting arrested, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, what the hell do you mean I'm going to go to jail for committing crimes? And we're just going to see that reality set in and be like, oh, thank you, Lord. Like these people, you have to learn your lesson, man. And if they're taking it this far, like you deserve to be in jail, man. You deserve to be in jail for a couple of years thinking about what you did and really thinking about changing your life, becoming a law-abiding citizen, bro. Don't become an NPC. Learn when you're in jail, read a lot of books. When you're in jail, read a lot of books. Learn how to critically think so you don't, stay caught up in this cycle of prison. Get better yourself, but learn, better yourself. Become someone that critically thinks and that can now help and elevate their community instead of dragging it down because you just want to be a lazy thief, man.
Proposition 36 goes into effect
Prop
on December
36,
18,
yeah.
2024.
Let's
We
go.
will be measured and fair, but
Let's
make
go.
no mistake about it, we will hold people accountable.
Proposition 36, in effect Wednesday,
We
allows
got
for felony
you.
charges and increases
Felony.
sentences for
Felony
certain drug
charges.
and theft crimes.
Drug,
Sacramento County District
theft,
Attorney Tin Ho
thug and
promises
drug crimes. If you're one of those people, go run and tell all your friends right now, stop committing crimes, or you're going to be in jail under that Prop 36. Prop 36. Let's go. Prop 36.
it will mark a new era for law enforcement dealing with retail theft, drug addiction, and homelessness in the county.
All the crap that they caused again. Like I'm telling you, Democrats, man, you guys keep creating these problems. And then you want to be praised as a hero, as a savior for solving the problems. No, stop creating the freaking problems. And then maybe we'll give you that little golden star you're looking for. We'll give you the damn cookie if you stop creating the stupid damn problems. What about that?
Voters approved Proposition
Come on,
36
man,
by
come
nearly
on.
70%. One of those voters,
Bruh.
small business owner
Yes, we
Alan
passed it by
Weatherby.
70%, Prop 36. We are tired of this shit. We are ready to see you guys go to jail. We're going to be standing right there by the precinct, clapping like it's a concert for law and order. Again, after you guys cried about defunding defund the police, defund the police. We have no police. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of crime. I wonder how that happened. Creating the problem again, you guys. So we passed Prop 36 by over 70%. 70% of Californians tired of all this crap, tired of all the double standards and allowing people to get out of jail that belong in jail just because of the color of their skin. It doesn't take away the consequences of your actions. You are accountable. You are accountable for what you do. You're accountable for your choices. And now you're going to see that. I'm so happy. And now we're going to have businesses coming back to California because they can operate in profit. They can persecute the criminals. It's going to bring back business, more jobs for California, bro. Like, damn, how hard is this crap? Tough on crime, more business, more law-abiding people. Oh, what's that one mean? My brain is blowing. What? Hard on crime, more law-abiding people? I never would have thunk. Man, I feel like an idiot explaining this stuff to you guys, man. Like, what the hell's going on? If you've never seen the movie Idiocracy, go watch it right now, and then you will feel how I'm feeling.
Who owns multiple Leatherby's Family Creamery locations. He says his store in Arden Arcade has been hit the hardest.
We'd have theft in our stores. We had regular people that would come in.
Man.
Sometimes every single day. And
trying to offer something good for the people.
They get right back out the next day.
An ice cream
Sacramento
shop.
County Sheriff Jim Cooper says so far this year, they've arrested around 1,000 people for retail theft. And about 80
See, that's
to 90%.
crazy. He said this year alone, 1,000 people for retail theft. That's freaking crazy, man. That is insane. Why is there so many people creating retail theft? Because it's not a felony in California anymore. You have to steal a crap load of stuff before it starts adding up to actual trouble. And so you wonder why so many, you are incentivizing theft. You're incentivizing people to steal from the stores. That's what you guys did. And now you're taking away that incentive. So now we will see crime lowering. We will see what we want, less crime. A lot of people go be mad.
Were given citations. But now with Prop 36, he expects a change in the behavior of reoffending.
Because it really changed the landscape, because up until now, if you stayed below 950, you got a citation and didn't go to jail. Now if you have 2 convictions, that 3rd conviction becomes a wobbler. It can become a felony. It really has some teeth into it.
Prop 36 also creates a new treatment-focused court process for some drug possession crimes. And it requires courts to warn
your
people
butt to rehab.
convicted of selling
Take your
or
butt to rehab. Get sober. Get your life in order. Damn it.
providing illegal drugs to others, that they can be charged with murder if they keep doing so and someone dies.
Oh, you better watch out. You better freaking watch out, all you scummy drug dealers out there. If you are found selling drugs to somebody and that person dies of an overdose, you are now going to jail for murder. Again, how many black and brown people are we going to see that are going to be charged with this? And you're going to call it racism that these people chose to kill people in their community with fentanyl, with methamphetamine, with cocaine, with crack, with opium, with freaking heroin, the black tar. Like, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get it. Keep serving these fiends for those freaking couple of dollars. Because selling drugs is just like OnlyFans, bruh. Like, yeah, there's a couple people that are making hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, they love to glorify it in music and movies and all that shit. But most drug dealers are making a few $100s a month. A few hundred, if that. So you guys are out here selling your soul, just like those OnlyFans girls are selling their butthole for $2.99. You guys are selling your soul for just a couple $100s, ruining your community, thinking you're a cool baller, gangster. I'm dope. I slang for mines. No, you're a freaking idiot, and you're gonna be charged for murder now in California because we're having like overdose deaths daily. You know, if it's not, it's tens of people daily throughout the state of California, if not hundreds daily that are overdosing, that are dying from all this crap. And so you're going to go to jail. And it's going to be a lot of black and brown people because you guys are the ones mainly doing this crap. Nobody's forcing you with a gun to sell the shit. You guys are choosing to do it for your cool gangster lifestyle, hustler, wannabe hustler. Go create a legit business, bruh, with your hustling skills, but you don't have any skills. So that's why you sell drugs, because you're kind of being worthless for your society. That's all you are when you're in that mindset and when you're living that lifestyle. You're just worthless for your community. You're just bringing down everything and everybody. You're bringing down your family. You're bringing down your community. You're just a disgrace, man. That's the reality of drugs.
Working group with all the different law enforcement agencies in the county and in the region with the other DA's office to set up protocols and procedures.
They're also making retail theft resources available to businesses, such as sharing webinars. This is one of the warning signs businesses can request, which says this is a protected business and gives a barcode, making it easier to report crime.
I'm excited for getting these businesses back up and going. Especially, I'm a advocate for the small family business.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Thank you.
The DA's office
Thank you
now
for
has
your
a page
business, bro. Thank you for doing what you do,
set
man.
up
Creating jobs for
where
people.
you can learn more about Prop 36 and what it means.
People
It
that
also
open
lists how
businesses,
business owners and residents can
people
ask
that
for
open businesses create jobs for the people to live their lives. You need to thank business owners. Give them a hand. Thank them for their patronage. Thank them for bringing that business to your area, to your community. Tell them thank you. We need to be thanking business owners, not trying to get over on them. Bruh, they're offering a great service to us.
assistance. We have a link on our
At their
website.
own risk, at their own risk. If they go out of business, they go out of business. They now owe hella money to banks and stuff like that. Like we just go about our day. Okay, that business is closed. Bye. Like we don't have to deal with it. But those people take a chance with their money, their savings, their life to bring that business to you, especially a local business. We need to be thanking our business owners.
10.com. There are several new laws that'll affect your bottom line, from overdraft fees to subscriptions, even medical debt. Here are more laws to look out for in 2020.
All right, y'all, that was a good one. We will get into a part 2 of this video, at a later time, probably tomorrow or something. Tomorrow is, Christmas Eve. So I want you guys to have a Merry Christmas. God bless you guys. I'm looking forward to the new year. Hit me in the comments. Remember to hit that like button, share button, subscribe button. I appreciate everybody that's checking out the videos. Thank you. Share the videos, like the videos. And again, have a Merry, Merry Christmas. What do you think about these new laws? What do you think about the changes that are coming? For the most part, the housing and the theft bills, I'm happy about those. So I'm more happy about these laws that are changing. It looks like there's going to be some mainly better things coming for California. We still have a lot to do. Get rid of scamming Gavin Newsom. Let's get rid of him, and then we'll really be on the right track. So let's go, California. What do you guys think about the new laws? Tell me what you think in the comments. Thanks for checking out the video. I will see you in the next one. God bless you. Peace.